Hey guys, we got a new deck profile for penguins today. We didn't get direct new penguin support, but we did get new support in the form of the new Icejades. Um, Now, for some of them, I'm not really too big a fan of them. I feel like they're kind of lackluster, like the big ones and the field spell and the trap. I just feel like they don't do enough, and like they're a little like situational, gimmicky, and whatnot. But the new one that does make a difference is the level 3 Agrid, Agerine, Agarin. Uh, I'll explain more when we get to it, but to start off, we will start with our one puny penguin. Oh, I should mention that I also did make some changes based off of comments in the last videos. And as we get to them, I'll get to them. But yeah, one puny penguin. I feel like one's all you need. I've seen some people run two, but I feel like it's a bit too much. Like if you draw into one or both of them, like it would just suck so much. I mean, drawing into like the one of is still pretty bad, but hey, man, we live our lives in the best way possible. Next up, we've got three penguin soldiers, the absolute goat. We flip during our opponent's turn, and we either bounce two monsters. You can bounce two monsters to the extra deck, which is like, if they go into like a link 3, link 4, they've sacrificed a lot to go into it. Or if we have no penguin, you banish them, and it's most likely never coming back. So very, very useful, cool little niche effect. Next we have two glacial polar penguins. He has two really cool effects, and he's also the main tuner on top of all that. He's obviously level 3 because our pseudo boss monster is level 6. And on special summon, he bounces a monster. And when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, he bounces any card our opponent controls, which is really cool. And like I said, under no penguin, these are all getting banished. You know that. We play one penguin ninja. Like I said before, I really like how this guy has both our spell and trap removal and also the card that resets our monsters so that they're face back down again. And he's like an ignition effect on field to trigger our note penguin to summon itself. Speaking of, our three note penguins should be in a super in the next OTS or something, man. This is killing me. But yeah, note penguin mandatory. Chain link 2 summons himself whenever a penguin effect is activated anywhere, and he summons himself when a card would be returned to the hand by a penguin effect. It is banished instead. Next, we have three penguin squire. Should be ultimate rare in the next OTS. This guy is like extremely good. When a monster is set, you can special summon him from your hand and lower his level by 1 or 2 or none. And ignition effect, you can flip the monster face up, and its effects are negated unless it's a penguin. So he basically lets you go into a combination of so many different synchro. As long as it's a water synchro, he can only be used for the synchro he can only be used as a tuner for a synchro of a water monster, but that's whatever. Most of the monsters we run are waters anyway, just for this guy, and just because water monsters are really good synchro wise. But yeah, so he lets you access a lot of things. You can go into our Penguin Brave, Penguin Brave. You can go into Gradle Dragon, the Dragite, all that nonsense that we run, because he is the coolest. And for the playmaker himself, Great Emperor Penguin, not once per turn, tributes himself, summons any two penguins from the deck, just not himself. But we can summon any combination of like two penguins. We can summon two penguin soldiers, go for Toad. We can summon Glacial and no penguin, and bounce a monster opponent controls, and then also synchro summon into a 6. There's a lot of options to go with him. That's what makes him so cool. We have our 3 of Royal Penguin Garden. This is our like searcher. Like this guy summons from the deck. This thing searches, and it works especially well with Great Emperor, because you can reveal a penguin in your hand or on the field, and then lower its level by 1 and discard a card. So you make him a level 4, so you can normal summon him, and you discard no penguin so that he's on the field, so that when you activate his effect and tribute him for cost, no penguins chain link 2, so they can't ash you with chain blocks. This card's like very, very well very, very well made, and because it lowers levels on the field as well, there's a lot of modulation going on. There's a lot of big brain thinking going on, which is the cool part. And like I said, obviously continuous spells, so it might come up later too. For some more new support, I didn't even know about this card until like sneak peek, and everybody was like buying and selling this. No one was really like I got these for like cheap. I probably like people probably paid me to take these away because like no one really wanted them. But I just read it and I'm just like, this penguin like, so you target a monster you control, and then a monster your opponent controls, and then based on the battle positions of the monsters or what you activate. So if your opponent's monsters face up, you set it face down. If your monsters face down, you flip it face up. So it's Book of Moon and Book of Sun in one card, and you do you and your opponent's monsters. So you can reset your penguin while setting your opponent's monster to like lock them out of like Link, XYZ, Synchro plays, or you can book their monster and flip up your penguin to start disrupting their plays because Penguin Brave has to specifically wait for a monster effect. So this lets us do a little bit more, and it's like it's a quick play, and it's not situational. It's like at any point, so we can reset or we can flip up. There's like so many options, and it also took me a very long time to realize that if you see the name Sol and Luna, Sun and Moon, because it's Book of Sun and Book of Moon. That's crazy. Yeah, it took me so long to realize. And you got like the moon and the sun. This is a really cool card, and it's like cents. I might pick up like 100 of them. We play one Monster Reborn, one Call by the Grave. If they affect Veiler, a Great Emperor, Penguin, we can just chain this. If they Ash Blossom it, we can just chain this. If they Imperm it, we Monster Reborn it back. Or we just Monster Reborn, extend our plays. Monster Reborn is like really, really good with Great Emperor Penguin. It's just like a whole other. It's just like another like Synchro 8. It's whatever we want it to be. Reality can be whatever I want it to be. But yeah, I play Call by the Grave. But if you want to play Cross Out Designator, you can. I just think like if I play Cross Out and I don't see the Cross Out, or I see the Great Emperor alone, like it's mainly for the Great Emperor. And like if I see the Cross Out and not the Great Emperor, then it's like, what's the point? If I see the Great Emperor and I don't see the Cross Out, then it's like, what's the point? Like I just think it's like Cross Out is just too specific. I've always like Called by the Grave because it's very cool, calm, relaxed, used for many different uses. Now, someone in the comments, I don't remember your names. I never look at the names. I'm sorry, but someone in the comments previously told me to run 3 emergency teleports. Don't worry, we have the high rarities incoming. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about getting 2 collectors and then 1 ulti. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. And then 1 psychic tracker and 1 psychic wielder, so that we're more likely to see the emergency teleport, and then we summon whichever one we need from the deck. So if we need a tuner and we have emergency teleport, we just summon wielder. If we need a not tuner, we have this, we just summon tracker. That seems very reasonable to me. I get it. That seems really cool. So I was rocking with it. I tried it out, and it works out pretty well. And it's like another free monster whenever you want to like link with or whatever. Going to Nightmare Shark, like chilling, The only thing that sucks is that 3-wheeled just look really nice, but like it's so shiny, and tracker's just not like, it's like just common. Moving on to our Icejade engine, my favorite part of the deck. We have 3 Icejade cradles. This lets us add any Icejade monster different from the ones we control and in our graveyard, not once per turn, so you can add like a bunch of different things. But you see one of these and like your hand's looking good. Our new Icejade Adjurine. So what this one does is on normal or special summon, you can add it Icejade Spell or Trap. You add Cradle. No choice. Cradle searches for Tremora, and then now we have a level 3 and we have a 5 that we can send to summon any other water monsters from our hand. And now what Adjurine does is like really cool. So when it's targeted for like an attack or by a card effect, you can special summon a water from your graveyard or hand, and then it goes back to your hand at the end phase. So now it triggers things like the Glacial Emperor Penguin, or if you use a normal summon effect and they go, okay, chain Imperm, chain effect Veiler, you're getting that special summon anyway, so it doesn't even matter that you couldn't even search. It's just a really cool card, and then it's another level 3, so it works with the synergy of the deck, with the wielder and the emergency teleport and all that nonsense. And then like, or if you just have it chilling on the field, then they target it for an attack, and then you just go bam, I summon this, and then you start doing some other nonsense, and it's just a really cool monster. It's just really good. A lot of the Icejades I feel are really hit or miss, and that's like one of the ones that like really like fit the deck and like helps out a lot. Next we have 3 Tremora, the greatest of all time. You can just send it from your hand to the grave, summon any water monster from your hand, regardless of level, so it works really well with their Emperor, of course. The main thing that we want to do is we want to get that Emperor Penguin on the field ASAP and tribute it and summon 2 penguins from the deck. And Tremora makes things really easy. There's no setup, there is no like goofy nonsense. Like, you just discard, send. I mean, send to the grave, summon, and that's it. And lastly, for our main deck, we have our 3 ultimate rare infinite impermanences. It's good going first, good going second. Not much to say about it. Unfortunately, I took out the Paleozoics because I feel like the Sol and Luna, I feel like it's just better, along with the new Icejades. Moving on from that, we have, go to our extra deck. We'll start with the Link monsters. We have 1 Link Rebo. This is just for our Puny Penguin. After we flip it face up, just go into Link Rebo. You can run anything you want, but Link Rebo is just better. You can, if you like get Puny Penguin back and you want to loop it or something, you can just bring Link Rebo back from the grave or something. We have 2 Marinta's Coil Anemone. I feel like the second one comes up in like slower grindy games because this deck isn't. It's pretty explosive, but it's not like you're gonna OTK kind of like explosive. Like, you can get a lot of damage in, but sometimes the simple Marinta's Coil Anemone will come up. Sometimes more than once. And then 1 Bulbasaur Dragon, just because we have a lot of ways to like get like a lot of monsters on the field. Getting up to a Link 4 isn't like crazy, even though Marinta locks us into waters. Like, it's still not that crazy. For our XYZs, we play 1 Toad that's out of frame. 1 Toad. Hello? Oh, there we go. Yeah, 1 Toad. 1 Nightmare 47. I mean, 1 number 47 Nightmare Shark. And for the Shark, we also play Downerd Magician and then Zeus. Yeah, nice. So Toad, it's not as easy as going to like. You gotta go out of your way, summon Great Emperor, summon 2 Penguin Soldiers, go into Toad. But you still have the real Penguin Gardens. You can summon Penguin Soldier and lower level 3's level, and then overlay into our Toad for like turn 2. Not like if we go first, like our next turn. If things are still on the board and whatnot, we go into our Toad, since it's like you disrupted them. They probably got less materials or less resources. Then we have like a Toad. Nightmare Shark is just a very easy level 3 or rank 3 to go into. He's a really cool effect when he's special summoned, not synchro summoned. When he's special summoned, you can target a level 3 monster. You can attach a level 3 monster to him. You can detach a card from him material, and then 1 monster you control can attack directly. 2,000 attack, you can attack directly for 2,000, and then you put down, and then that's the only monster can attack with the turn. But whatever. And then we put our Downerd on top of him, and then we put our Zeus on top. And he's got a couple of materials on him, can clear out boards and stuff. This is a very good this deck has like a bunch of spot removal. You're targeting, bouncing 1/2 monsters, 1/2 spells and traps, and it's like if they have just a lot on the field, it's just hard to deal with. That's what our Zeus comes in and helps us out a bit. Our crutch. Moving on to our synchros, the best part of the deck. We have 2 Penguin Braves. This is our main boss monster kind of thing. But I feel like he just doesn't do enough. I like him, he's really cool, but he specifically has to set a penguin from the deck, and he has to react to our opponent's monsters effect to then flip any penguin we have set, flip face up, which is it's a little slow, it's a little specific. And it's sometimes it's you want to hit things on summon, you don't want the effect to still go through. That's why it's the main thing that he does that's cool is that he sets a penguin from deck, any penguin from deck. But that's just a little, sometimes it's not enough. Uh, I mean that part is kind of enough. I just mean like his flip effect. That's why his Soul and Luna is like really cool, and Penguin Squire is really cool because we can flip things on our own turn, and then get things going with him. Especially if we go second. Uh, I have two level 8 synchros, so we do them both at the same time. Grado Dragon has not failed me yet. He's really good. Pops a couple of cards on summon. Emancipator makes things difficult. You know, you have your negate of a spell and trap on top of like whatever else, your penguin bounces and whatnot. It's unfortunate that we don't have any rocks whatsoever. Those other effects will never come up. But Grado Dragon's effect when he's destroyed to summon any water monster is like really cool. Like it's just like little like niche things you can do. You can like summon not Tremor. You can summon what's it called? The Glacial Penguin, and like even though its effects are negated, like they have to like attack over it eventually. You have to destroy it eventually, and then you get to bounce a monster, and then Note Penguin comes back. Or you can even activate the effect on special summon, and then like the Note Penguin's still gonna come back even though the effect's not gonna resolve. So then you can synchro into a Penguin Brave. This is like things you can do to get going. It's like just a really cool little effect that pops up here and there. Play one level 3, the greatest of all time, Trishula. Banish one from the hand, field, and grave, non-target. It's just like, it's just the water. It's easy to go in through. We have a deck full of level 3s. It's level 9. It takes 3 monsters. 3 times 3 is 12, so we got this. And we play 2 level 10s. It's like Sword Soul. We're playing the Sword Soul level 10, the OG Sword Soul level 10, not the new guy, because this guy's a water. And we're playing a Baron de Fleur. I'm not gonna lie to you, Baron de Fleur doesn't always come up, especially since like we took out the Paleozoic, so our level modulation is a little strange, but he does come up. He does still come up, and especially when he does like pop up, especially since we have it's such a like 1, 2s, 3s, 5s. Like it's just like weird levels, and we have like those level 8s. And then we have like the Glacial Penguin, the Royal Penguin Gardens. Like you're still gonna go into Baron de Fleur, and if you can go into Baron de Fleur, he just does a lot. He pops, he negates, he bounces, he special summons. You special summon the Glacial Penguin, bounce another card on the standby phase. He's really cool, does a lot. Now this guy, this is like the real like, this guy's like the real like MVP. Like on the low, he's just really good for a lot of matchups. He absolutely destroys things like Dragoon and Phoenix Enforcer, and like really hard to out boss monsters that can't be targeted. Like he's non-target banished like from the field and from the grave. So if they have so you banish like a problem on the field and recursion in the graveyard. It's really good for decks like zombies and Eldritch and even if they don't banish themselves, like we have a lot of things that banish, like the Note Penguin and the whole combo and whatnot. The Icejade. Tremor banishes itself when a water monster is destroyed. There's a couple of ways we have to banish. He banishes to protect himself if there's like a card effect trying to destroy him, and he gains 100 attack for every banished card. He's just really really good. I think he's actually like better than Baron in like a lot of cases. Like if you're going like second, you can get him out. He's gonna clear life away, and then Baron de Fleur going first is obviously the better one. But yeah, that's it for our Penguin deck profile. Let me know if there's any new of the Icejades that I missed out on, some cool combos I can look into, or any of the new generic water support at all. And thank you guys for watching. I always look forward to hearing your feedback. And take care.